What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about SwiftCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 5th day of September, and here we are at about $0.09, sitting here with 2 hours and 50 minutes left in the day. You've had a wick to the upside today and yesterday, and this wick actually yesterday did take you all the way back to this prior area of support where you're finding support continuously for a good little bit there. Finding resistance here like this and coming back down, this is not conducive to provide that this is a low area, right? I doubt that you're going to move up from here. You probably have lower prices to go, right? When you were doing this, whenever you're having wicks to the upside here, wicks to the upside here, you went lower. You went lower. You had wicks to the upside here, you went lower. Wicks to the upside here, you went lower. So lower we go. How much lower do we go? That is the question, right? If we're looking at this from a relative high to low pivot here, or low to high pivot, I'm sorry, it makes sense to go down maybe to 0.085 to 0.081, somewhere in that area, 0.073, 0.072, somewhere in that area as well. Typically with the 2272, you do go just a little bit below it. This line here, the 2.272, 2272, you go a little bit below it. It is very possible that you could go just below your April 7th lows. I'm not under that impression at this point in time. I would think that you hold it as a low, but let's just see. Let's take this high to low here. Put this at your high here. That would give you a double bottom look. It's very possible. And Onyx coin looks like it wants to do something similar. So a slightly higher low, double bottom kind of look. Regardless, though, I would expect that we go lower. I want to look at this relative low to high as well. Yeah, the 1272 at 0.084 to 0.071. I think that's the area that you're going to, man. Something just a little bit lower down there. If we're looking at this with our indicators, let's actually check out the 1 hour time frame first. Shout out to Joshua for the request, by the way. Looking at the 1 hour RSI, there's some positive things going on, but overall it's very bearish. Overall it's definitely bearish, but there are some positive things going on. The stochastics, there's some positive things going on too, and the MACD kind of looks positive as well. So maybe before you move down lower, maybe we do move up higher first. Do you see a higher high than this? That's the question. I would think if you came back up to 0.093, you'd probably pass it. You'd probably go, because you found resistance once, twice, 3 times, you'd probably go up higher. But nothing too crazy. I doubt you get above 2.096 or even 1 cent. I doubt you get above there. But maybe you do go higher from here. Ultimately, I still believe that you will go lower, right? You've got signals across all 3 indicators that make me think that you do want to go higher, but that doesn't mean you have to. Anything can happen. And Bitcoin's been a little bit volatile today, so you might just be getting a bit of weird price action and weird readings because of that. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here, this RSI is rejecting at the same area that you've been rejecting, but you do have a nice little bounce right here. 2 hours 47 minutes left. If this 4 hour closes red, then that bounce goes away. So maybe that bounce isn't anything to hold true to, because you're only up like 0.4% on this 4 hour candle, and you got over half of it to go. So not really too wooed by this. If anything, I'm paying attention more to this rejection, which you've rejected this area on the RSI plenty of times right there, literally, right? Like just all across the board here. Keep rejecting it. So makes me think that you go lower. Stochastics look bearish, in the MACD, while you are getting some bullish momentum here, you've had a nice drive of bullish momentum being built, and you really haven't done much with it at all. So you're probably going to go lower. Absolutely. You had this nice look of a Adam and Eve with this V-shaped recovery, and then this kind of U here, and maybe you do U and you come out. I didn't mean to draw this part right here. I meant to draw it out like this, but my mouse pad glitched on me here. I was like holding it too far to the right. Anyways, maybe you do come out of it, but at the same time, I think that you've already fumbled the bag on this, right? Wicking higher, coming back down like this, it's not the best look at all. It makes me think that you definitely do have lower to go. If we're looking at this on the daily time frame right here, 2 hours 46 minutes left in the day. Oh wow, and we're on the last 4 hour candle of the day as well. The stochastics look pretty bad. The RSI actually showing some life getting out of the oversold zone, but if you just come right back into it, this is more of like a rejection off the oversold zone, and that is pretty damn bearish actually. So 2 hours 46 minutes left. Let's see how you close this day. I'm not too optimistic. The 1 hour time frame gives me a little bit of optimism. It makes me think you could come up by the end of the day, but the 4 hour makes me hesitant to say that. And the daily indicators definitely do look pretty bad, pretty I don't know what word to use. Torrential, tumultuous, is that the right word? I don't know, just bad. They look bad. They look very bad. Makes me think you want to go lower. Whenever I say very bad, that doesn't mean that this thing's dead in the water. Again, sharing my perspective with how this thing's gone so far, SwiftCoin. You know, this isn't the all-time history for SwiftCoin. The all-time history dates back like way back to like 2018 or 2017. And for a long time, you were just in this range, right, where you're just moving sideways. And I doubt that you had this long, long accumulation to finally have some life in you to just end it here. That doesn't make sense to me. I would think that you do have higher to go, but perhaps what we do form is some kind of double bottom, right? Something in that 0, was it 0086? What was the area that we were looking at? Hold on, let me see. Let's do this here real quick. Hold on. Let's get it here. Low to high. 0081. That's right. Or 0083. Okay. 0083 to 0071. Was that it? Yeah, 71. Something in that area for support. If we don't find support there, we've got a whole different thing to talk about. But I would expect that we do go lower. Sorry, I got distracted. With some noises in my house here. Weekly RSI looking like it wants to bounce off the 40, which is kind of nice to see. 2 days, 3 hours left in this week. I would expect that we close around here, if not lower. And next week we probably find our low. Expecting that going into the rate cuts announced on the 16th and the 17th on the FOMC meeting there, that we would see the prices start to come back up, right? We're going to get some rate cuts. I think the price will come down into the rate cuts. People are going to assume that means it's a bad thing, that rate cuts are bad. There's this kind of bias that rate cuts are bad, and people are already pre-programmed for that, so they're going to look for that confirmation bias in the price beforehand. Then once the rate cuts actually happen, we're going to move up. It's going to be spectacular. It'll be fantastic, and I think in a very short amount of time, we're going to see SwiftCoin rally to new all-time highs. You got the same areas here in your stochastics that you were before whenever you found support. Same area here whenever you found support. And the MACD is at the same area as well where you found support down here. You've been consolidating for a very long time, okay? Very, very long time. And if we compare it to this over here, from this high until where you actually really started going, that was 38 weeks there. We take this high here and we compare it to where we are in time right now. We're at about 32 weeks. So we've done this before. We've seen this before, and I'm sure over here people thought SwiftCoin was dead. This is just a one-off. It's dead. It's going back to zero. But then it pumped, and then it pumped some more. I'm assuming that between now and the next couple of weeks, we will be moving up. I don't think it's going to be a full 38 weeks, but even if it is, cool. Sometime in October or November we'll be pumping. But inevitably, SwiftCoin should be seeing new all-time highs. That's my expectation. I don't know yet if I would bet on the fact that we go below this low. But what I would bet on is if we do go below 0075, this low here, if we go below that, it would be barely. It'd be insignificant amounts, right? And it'd be very short-lived as well. We're looking for a reaction like this, and then once we do that, we've got this kind of W shape here. Let me zoom it out a little bit, right? Once we do find support, we've got this W shape, and I would think that once you get above about 1.9 cents, 1.87 cents there, once you get above there, you should be skyrocketing really to new all-time highs, right? You might work your way up there at first, find support here, come up immediately, but then work your way up, right? Do your thing. But then once you finally get above that area, boom, that's whenever you take off. We should be seeing prices anywhere from 7.7 cents to 14.6 cents at a minimum. If not, I really do perceive SwiftCoin going all the way up to 24 to 30 cents, something like that. Again, I think it's going to ride kind of in tandem with XCN, Onyx Coin. And with that, I think that you'll have the potential to see some truly spectacular growth. 27x to a 33x. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why, but SwiftCoin and Onyx Coin, they really have been moving in tandem together. Maybe there's something underlying there that we're just not looking at. Maybe there's some kind of partnership or deal. I don't know. I don't know what kind of benefits there would be from that, right? SwiftCoin's got the bridging mechanism. Onyx Coin has the DeFi mechanism. I suppose both are nice for various purposes, but together it's kind of an odd pairing. Maybe just have big some fat cats invested in both these coins and they kind of move them together. I don't know, or it's just a coincidence. But either way, the race to 20 cents is still on. My money's on Onyx Coin, but I think SwiftCoin has a solid chance of outperforming XCN, and if not outperforming XCN, at least doing something that is truly spectacular and seeing new all-time highs, right? We should be moving up anything from 7 to, what was it, 11 cents, 7 to 12 cents? What was it? High to low here. 7 to 14.6 cents, which even from here is an 8x to a 16x endeavor. So patience, my friends. We're almost there. The light is at the end of the tunnel. We're just in the thick of it right now, okay? I would think that within the next couple of weeks we start to see some life, not just in SwiftCoin, not just in Onyx Coin, but in the rest of the markets as well. Do keep in mind that where we are now is right at prior areas of resistance. We come down a little bit lower, we're finding support at prior areas of resistance. Even if we get below this low, prior resistance as support, prior support as support. And again, if we look at SwiftCoin on an all-time history basis, if this loads, cool, it loaded, that's nice. Didn't take its sweet time. You know, we're also in these areas, these prior areas of resistance as well, talking about taking out that low a little bit right there. Prior resistance there, prior resistance there, prior support over here. It's a very significant key area for SwiftCoin, so be patient. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye.